Hey, what's up everybody? I got a special treat for you guys today. We got early access to the Ken build of City of the Wolves, and I want to say thank you so much to SNK for sending me an early preview build of this, where you get to try Ken out. Now, I played him a bit in Street Fighter 6, but one thing you guys gotta know is that he's actually pretty different in this game compared to his Street Fighter 6 version, if you guys are having any experience playing that game. So let's just pick Ken, and I'm going to show you what's kind of different, what's kind of new, all the stuff you can do. So this is Ken in City of the Wolves, and he is really interesting. One thing that's different about this character compared to the rest of the cast is most characters only have about 4 or 5 attacks, because this game is a 4-button game as opposed to a 6-button game like Street Fighter 6. But what they did was actually really interesting because they gave him a ton of command normals. But before we get into normals and everything, let's do what everyone wants. Let's take a look at his supers. Alright, so here's his level 1 with his punch. This is invulnerable, by the way. This has a little bit less damage than his kick version, which has no invulnerability, but this is mainly used for combos. That's kind of like Street Fighter Third Strike, really reminiscent of that. And here's level 2 for punch. Again, this is fully invulnerable. Great when you want to spend a lot of meter, just kind of wake up and do heavy damage to your opponent. And then here's his level 2 kick super, but this is also invulnerable. This is really close to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike super. And also, Street Fighter 6, his level 2, looks just like this. I think they did a great job on the effects of this one. It looks really fun. And then, of course, his hidden gear. Here it is. This is what it looks like. Costs all your meter. Lots of fighters kicks. Big Shoryuken at the end. For 451 damage. So yeah, I think his supers look really cool. So now let's take a look at his normal moves. Alright, so you got the standard jab. Light kick. Now this is his heavy punch in this game, but you might be thinking, this is his heavy punch? That's his standing medium punch in Street Fighter. Well, don't worry, because they also gave us a command normal with forward plus heavy punch to give him that nice, beefy standing heavy punch that we all know and love from Street Fighter 6. So this is this, standing heavy kick, but if you push forward plus heavy kick, you get his traditional standing heavy kick like in Street Fighter 6, and you guys might not tell from this, but this move is a beast. It doesn't have as much range as it does in Street Fighter 6, but this move is crazy on wild punish. So this is like the whiff punish fishing move. You get tons of reward. We'll check it out in a bit. Now his crouching normals. Crouching jab, crouching light kick. Crouching hard punch is actually his crouching medium punch from Street Fighter 6. Crouching medium kick is his traditional crouching medium kick. This is kind of like Third Strike. Ken crouching medium kick. The crouching medium kick in Street Fighter 6 looks a little bit different from this, but this is old Third Strike animation, so I'm really glad they brought this back. I love this animation. I'm kind of sad nobody has this in Street Fighter 6. I really like this animation. And then for down forward and heavy punch is his crouching hard punch from Street Fighter 6, and down forward plus hard kick is going to be his sweep. So he has a full 6-button set, which is totally different from other characters in this game, but they're hidden behind command normals. So if you want to get his standing heavy, you have to push forward plus hard punch, forward plus hard kick, down forward plus hard punch, and down forward plus hard kick. So very different from the rest of the characters in this game. Nobody else has a full set of buttons like that, only Ken. So they kind of put Ken, and they kind of like made him work in the City of the Wolves system. So I'm pretty interesting. I'm happy the way they did this. It's really cool. Now his special moves, of course, the traditional Hadouken. Love the way this looks. Pretty cool. The light version was pretty slow, actually, which is actually a good thing, because you can like kind of walk behind it and start your pressure. And mentioning walk behind, Ken has a dash. He doesn't run in this game. And of course, you can cancel your dash to get something really fast. And again, this is old Third Strike animation, so they're really going back a lot of Third Strike Ken stuff. So if you guys like Third Strike Ken more than Street Fighter 6, I think you're going to feel right at home with this. So yeah, you can throw a fireball, kind of chase it down, really strong. Heavy fireball moves really fast, a little bit harder to chase down. Then of course his OD fireball, also really fast, and just like regular Street Fighter games, doesn't knock down on hit. This is more of like a combo tool, poking tool, make your stuff safe at the end. We have to talk about the move that I know everyone loves, Jinrai. Yes, Jinrai is in City of the Wolves. And yeah, this move is really good here too. You can basically make it safe by poking at the tip range of crouching medium kick. And even if your opponent blocks this, there's not much they can do. So this move, so yeah, light kick Jinrai, first hit, -6 on block. As we see here, Ken's doing his light DP, totally punishable. So it's much easier to deal with this move in this game than it is in Street Fighter 6, because most characters have a 6-frame reversal in this game. So you can't just be spamming Jinrai from close range all the time. But if you space it from crouching medium kick, it makes a ton of reversals whiff in this game. So you can kind of use Light Kick Jinrai as a general pressure tool. And if you want to follow up, you've got your typical Light Kick follow up. I'm going to turn off this reversal here. This is -4, so this is safe. As long as you space it, nobody's forward frame can reach you from there. Yeah, Jinrai, really strong in this game. You can kind of use it to chip away at your opponent's rev meter. Crank that up, do this, maybe go for the follow-up if you want. Also his run. Ken has his famous run in this game, but this is actually a quarter circle back punch motion. Doesn't matter if you push light punch or hard punch, the same move. You can do run stop with light kick. You can do run into Shoryuken with forward hard punch. He's got his Tatsu with back hard kick. And he has Dragon Lash with forward plus heavy kick. He also has a regular version of Dragon Lash if your opponent blocks this crouching. But unlike Street Fighter 6, whether they block it standing or crouching, they're always going to be -1. So you're always +1 after the heavy version of Jinrai. It's just always only +1 across the board. And that's whether you're using the OD version or the heavy version. But the light version of this, it's actually -5, so this is punishable most of the cap. You can use it neutral to kind of like close the gap really quick, and it's only -5, so as long as you space it properly, you're not going to get punished for this. So it can be used as a quick get-in tool, but other than that, kind of want to be sticking to the heavier version. It's pretty fast, has almost as good range, but you are pretty susceptible to getting just defended here, so just don't overuse that move. Then of course is Shoryuken, 5-frame reversal, pretty standard in this game. The C version is breakable, the heavy version, only -2, and this one has all the fire effects even on the normal version, which is pretty cool. I love it when Ken has fire on his DPs. If your opponent gets hit by this, leads into really cool combos. You can do break DP into regular DP. For those of you who like Ken double Shoryuken combos, you can do heavy DP, OD DP, then end in his rev blow, which like this Tatsu kick in the air, which is really cool. Actually does pretty decent damage. Also, we have to talk about his target combo. He has his target combo in this game, his famous standing medium punch, but in this game it's heavy punch into back or forward heavy punch to get the follow-up. But from here, you can go into Tatsu. Of course, he's got light Tatsu in this game, heavy Tatsu. You can do something like this, and in light punch Shoryuken. So you can do target combo, light Tatsu, heavy Shoryuken, end it there, or you can break it and end with a light Tatsu at the end for a really cool double Shoryuken combo. One thing about his Tatsus in this game, remember I said you can feint the heavy Shoryuken? You can actually feint heavy Tatsu. This doesn't hit. It just makes your opponent think you're going to do it, and you can feint this. So if you guys don't know, in City of the Wolves you have feint moves, or if you push a button you can kind of fake stuff out. So yeah, Ken has a fake fireball on this. Now most characters in this game have 2 or sometimes 3 feint moves that they can use, but Ken only has 1. He only has this fireball. Whether you push down and feint, forward and feint, doesn't matter. You only get this one feint. If you want to do feint Tatsu, you have to actually break this. This is a break move. So it looks like a feint, but it's really just a break, kind of like his DP. But you can kind of use this neutral, make your opponent think you're going to do something, break it, and also is used for combos. Kind of like his DP break. Alright, now let's look at his jumping moves. Ken has a bunch of jumping normals in this, and I think all of them are really, really good. So he's got his typical kind of like jumping light kick. This crosses up. Really good cross up tool from any range. Do a full jump, cross up, really easy cross up with. Got his jumping heavy kick, and I think this is probably like the least useful of his jumping buttons. But he's got this amazing air-to-air jumping light punch, which is his medium punch Street Fighter 6. And then he also has this super, super beefy jumping heavy punch. This gives you a ton of advantage on hit. Or you can do like OD Tatsu into combos and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty crazy. Now, one of the coolest things about Ken in this version, this is going to be a big departure from those of you who are used to Street Fighter 6, is that most of his really good normals are very single hit confirmable. And that's a common theme in this game. A lot of normals are hit confirmable. Unlike Street Fighter 6, you gotta do like drive rush cancel stuff. So, crouching medium kick, this is kind of like Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 3 style, where you can do a single crouching medium kick, hit confirm it into super, get a lot of damage, or if you don't want to spend the super meter, you can hit confirm this into OD Tatsu, like his Rev Art Tatsu. If you're an SPG, you can end with his Rev Blow, get a nice knockdown. You actually get safe jumps from that. I'm not going to show those off in this video because that kind of goes a little bit too technical with the character. I'm not trying to show like all the high level tech stuff. But yeah, you can definitely single hit confirm this. Go for OD Tatsu. Go into run, start your pressure. His pressure is really, really good in this game. Same for crouching medium punch. You can single hit confirm crouching medium punch, OD Tatsu, go into Rev Blow. If you're not an SPG and you want to convert off of this, you can break your Tatsu and then just do a CDP after that. You can also break that CDP, go for a second DP at the end there, or you can end with super if you want. So something like this. End with this level 1. You can't end with this because it just doesn't pick up, unfortunately. I tested this so many times, but it doesn't pick up. You don't have enough speed for it. You have to burn your level 2 on that one if you want to spend it for max damage. It looks really cool, though. Not really meter efficient, though. Looks cool, but not a good BNB. Trust me. So yeah, he's got a bunch of different things he can do, and we gotta talk about this move. I kind of talked about this a little bit in the beginning. This move on Punish Counter is absolutely insane. So, I said Punish Counter for your Street Fighter 6 guys, but this game is called Wild Punish. This move is nuts. It sends them flying, very similar to Street Fighter 6. What you can actually do is you can cancel this on reaction. This is special cancelable into run. Now, this move is not special cancelable into anything except for his run. So you can either do a super cancel after his forward heavy kick in this game, hit confirmable forward heavy kick, or you can do a run. So what you're going to want to do for really high damage, you're going to do forward heavy kick, into run, Dragon Lash, and then there you can do a CDP after that. Into another DP, or if you have meter, you can end with his level 1, and that does 492 damage. That's pretty much 50%, which is crazy. Then, if you want to get corner carry, you can do run into his run Tatsu, so kind of like this. And then you can set up your pressure that way. This doesn't do very much damage, unfortunately, but that's kind of not the point. The point's to get your corner carry. So if you love that Street Fighter 6 gameplay that Ken has in that game, and you just got to get your corner carry, you can do it like this. Now, if you decide to burn meter on this, and you want to spend some of your rev gauge, you can actually do forward heavy kick into the OD version of his run, into the OD version of his Tatsu, and then you can also squeeze out some extra damage for corner carry. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, and this is really meter efficient. This doesn't cost very much at all. For the corner carry and damage that you get, I think this is fantastic. So I think this should basically be your BNB off of this. If you have super meter and you kind of want to burn a bit of super, you can go like this. And then you get corner carry, damage, and Oki all in one. So being able to hit confirm this Wild Punish forward heavy punch is going to be super good in this game. Also, forward heavy punch, this is also an amazing Wild Punish. We didn't talk about this move too much. This one is crazy. Even crazier than Street Fighter 6, believe it or not. I think this move is better in this game than it is in Street Fighter 6. You can basically do whatever you want after this. Easy hit confirm. You can even do single hit confirm into level 2. Pretty decent damage off of that. That's 44.1%. Where this move really shines is the fact that Ken has a super long range crouching medium kick. So you can actually poke with this at the tip range, feint it, and then combo into crouching medium kick. Go into Tatsu. Easy 33% just off of a single Wild Punish. And this isn't even like optimal damage. This is just like a really easy confirm. If you have the ability to actually do this, feint it, you have enough time to dash forward into a standing medium punch. So this is basically how you want to convert off of this. You go forward hard punch, dash, target combo, into this. If you're an SPG, and with your rev blow, you get nice chunky 33% into hard knockdown, safe jump. Really good stuff. Yeah, Ken is super cool in this game. He's got a ton of cool tools. I just think this forward heavy kick has got to be the standout. Also, of course, we got Jinrai combos in the corner. wouldn't be Ken without them. But to be honest, I didn't lab combos too much because this is early access, and more likely than not, some of his frame data and stuff like that is probably going to change on the final release version. So I'm not going to show you too many combos or anything. Like, I don't want to get too deep into that because more likely than not, it's going to change on final release. Just kind of wanted to show you what this guy could do. And honestly, he's got some cool combos, tons of damage. I'm really curious to see how he kind of fits in the meta of this game. Want to see what he's able to do, who's going to play him. But there's a nice easy 64% damage combo for you guys right at the end there. And last but not least, this stage is just really, really cool. The classic Street Fighter stage. Love the way they did it. Yeah guys, if you enjoyed that video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me make more videos like this in the future. And check out Ken when he comes out in City of the Wolves, probably sometime after EVO. I don't know when he's dropping exactly, but hopefully he comes out soon. It's supposed to be summer. When in the summer? I don't know, but we got about like, what, a month and a half, 2 months left of summer. So sooner the better. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and thanks again to SNK for letting me try out this build. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.